What's going on, everybody? In this video right here, I've got my handy dandy notebook and my handy dandy pen. I come up with a few things I've seen, running through the comments and everything. So I'm just gonna go over some of, some tips that RV transport, and maybe help somebody out. You might know them all, but this may be a good way for somebody new that's coming in, or somebody that might be getting interested into it. Just a few tips to keep, might help them out. And if y'all like this video, because it's something new I'm trying. Usually I don't do the videos like this. If you do, give the video a thumbs up and put in the comment of stuff that you would like me to do another video on like this, to come out of questions that you may have that I may or may not know the answer for. I will be straight up to let you know. And anything that you would see information on, or you may have information to put in the comment that I could do a video on. It helps out. It may help out somebody who's trying to get started, or somebody that's new, or something like that. So, and all the people that subscribe, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It helps out the channel. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, go and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification, and that way you can get notifications on the upcoming videos that I post out. Now, the first thing to talk about, I guess, is get my pen so I can mark everything up here, is the fuel cards and the fuel situations. When you're starting in RV transport and you're calling these companies, and I work with Indiana Transport. I'm happy with Indiana Transport. Doesn't mean someone else is happy with Indiana Transport. I like Indiana Transport because they have the load board. I got the app. I can pick my own load, see where it goes, information. That sun would have to move around in front of the camera. But I like it because I can see what it pays, pretty much what it is, and I know where it's going. That's one thing I like about Indiana Transport. Another thing I like about Indiana Transport is our fuel card. You can transfer fuel to another driver, and it don't cost you no money. So say if two guys go somewhere, one of them picks up the tab, the other one says, well, I'm gonna pay you back, gets his app out, and he can transfer the money right there on the spot. Or if you want to buy something from another driver, you can just transfer from card to card, and it goes instant. It goes in right then, right there. Now, I really do like that. Like, whenever they load your card the first time, the first transaction is free. So if you need to use it at like the fuel stop to get or transfer to your bank, the first one's free. After that, they charge you $1 every time you use it, but you can use it like a debit card if you want to. You can call somebody up, pay the bills. You can go in Walmart, swipe your card. Another thing I like about Indiana is they give you a Walmart when you start in your booklet. They'll give you a booklet and you go through it. They have a Walmart tax-free exempt card. I really do like that. You have to go up there to Elkhart and go in there, and they'll write your name down in the book and all this stuff, and then they give you a piece of paper. It's the Walmart tax exempt card, which comes in handy a lot. Even though I live in Tennessee, I'll go to my Walmart and I buy my oil, I buy my Lucas, and when I get my, I buy a tire rotation every time I put a new set of tires on. Because where I buy my tires at, it costs me a lot of money going back and forth. So for the tax exempt, it usually costs me around $58 tax, since it's tax free. And the reason I like going to the Walmart is because Walmart are everywhere. So if I run right now, I'm on my way to Nevada. Reno. I don't know why I said Nevada. I'm on my way to Reno. When I get up here to Reno and I get back, well, it's going to be time for a tire rotation. So all I got to do is go over there to Elkhart and show them my piece of paper, and I get my tires rotated and balanced for free. And it's really good, important to do that, because that's where you're going to get all the mileage. I mean, these tires coming out, like the ones I buy, you know, they're rated for 60, 65,000 miles. Well, whenever you're getting between 80 and 100,000 miles out of them, it's because of the rotation. That's very important. So, to save money in RV transport is what everybody wants to do. So, tire rotation is very important, because if you can get another 20, 30,000 miles out of your tires, that's just more money. Look like an accident done happened here. That's just more money you're saving and putting in your pocket. It helps in the long run. Now, and the fuel card, I like it because of the discounts that we get. We don't get discounts at every single one. We get an app, and in that app is a fuel app. So you go to your fuel app and you pop up, or you can type in of what area you're going to be in, that you know after you do your trip, and all the places we get discounts is. So if you get one, and I'm just going to throw some numbers out. Say it's $4 a gallon on the pump, and you're getting it for $3.20. You know, that's 80-cent discount. You buy 100 gallon, you know, you're saving money. So that helps you. The more money, like I was saying, with the tires. Little stuff like this can help you save money, and the more money you're going to take home for you and your family. So that is on our fuel card. Now, if you're going to go to a company, like I said, you can call around at different ones. I'm not boosting Indiana up, because I didn't call other companies. I didn't go check them out. I just talked to other drivers, and I go by pretty much hearsay. But in my opinion, call 2 or 3 different companies before you say, okay, I'm gonna take this one right here. But the one thing you want to know is, you know, how the rates are right now. That's good. If they got back costs, that's even better. If it equals up to save money. And the fuel discount, what kind of fuel discount? When I'm talking to a recruiter, that was one thing that I want to know. What kind of fuel discount does your card offer me? Because on one trip like this that I'm going to now, 2,000 and 1,500, y'all have to wait for that video. It's going to come out 2 more Fridays. But the next 2 videos coming out this Friday and the one next Friday, which I'm working on one now for the next Friday. I think y'all going to like them. We got some really good information to check that out. But I want to know what kind of fuel discount they can offer me, because it's very important. That's the money that's going in my pocket for me and my family. Like this one right here. I'm probably going to save every time I fill up. If I save, I'm just going to throw numbers out. I'm not being exact. If I save $50 and I fill up 4 times, well, what I save in that is going to be enough to deadhead all the way back to Indiana transport. So it really didn't cost me anything. I used my savings, and when I stop to get fuel coming back, I'm even saving more. So again, savings. Now I get a lot of comments wanting to know to idle my truck. I do idle my truck, but I am looking into other stuff, and I'm looking at maybe experimenting with some stuff. Now, I have found online there is a called IcyBreeze cooler. What it is, I know somebody's actually got one that works. They say it works really good. Matter of fact, they say sometimes in the summertime when it's real hot out there, they actually get cold. When what I'm understanding on this, all you got to do, it looks like a cooler. You dump some ice in it. I don't know how long it lasts. If the ice will last 1 or 2 days, I do not know. Or you could take frozen bottles of water and put in it. you take this battery pack, like goes into a Milwaukee drill, and you put in it. Or I think it also comes up where you can plug it into a cigarette lighter, but I wouldn't do that because that would use the batteries on your truck. I would, you know, plug it up with a battery, and it blows cold air out, just like an air conditioner. So I am doing some really looking in them, and I'm trying to find one, because I have this big old cooler in my passenger seat, and it takes up the whole passenger seat. Now, if I did not have that sitting in the passenger seat, I would have one of them already for summer coming up, and I would have it in there, and I wouldn't run my truck in the summertime. So I would keep the idle hours off my truck, and I will save fuel. But since I don't have everything rigged up yet for it, I'm still having to idle my truck. But like I said, I'm working on that. And the heater thing, about getting a generator, run a little small heater and everything, that right there is a really good idea. I'm looking in on how much it's going to cost, and once I get all this figured out, I'll definitely make a video and let y'all know. But it's something I get a lot asked for, and that is what I have come up with so far. If y'all have a better idea for everybody that's coming aboard, or everybody that's curious, you know, I've been here a little over a year now, and I'm still idling my truck. Just put it down in the comments. That way, your experience is helping somebody else out. It's helping me out. Alrighty, planning your trip. It's very important to plan your trip. For instance, on this trip right here, right before I picked this trip, I was in Elkhart. I went ahead, when I got unloaded, I went ahead and went to Elkhart. And I haven't picked the load yet, and I'm trying to figure out. So that morning, I got up before they loaded the board. I got up a little bit early, went inside. I was over at the Goshen, at the Loves at the Goshen yard, and I went in there, brushed my teeth and all that good stuff, got my coffee, come outside, drank my coffee, and I'm studying the weather. Because there was some Wyomies on there that I wanted that were paying pretty good money. But there were storms, ice storms, snowstorms, and a lot of wind alerts. And I could have made more money going that way. Well, if you figure up your sitting time, your waiting time, and the danger that you just put your truck through, and you and everybody else, it does not equal up. I took a Florida, went and delivered to Florida, come back, and I've been keeping an eye on it. Right now, weather's great. I am in Iowa, almost in Nebraska. All the stuff that come through here, I've been seeing a lot of 18-wheelers in ditches, cars, and stuff like that, where, you know, everybody, it's like this. This is the way I think of it. If I have to set 2 days or 1 day because they got the interstate shut, then I just run south and didn't have to stop none. I could have made $400-500 more. Well, I'm already done with that trip, back up with another one. The weather's clear, and I'm back out going this way. So plan your trip and your fuel. Now, whenever I took this load, first thing I did is, because I used to run this way in the summertime last year and in the wintertime last year. Haven't been this way in a while, but I knew the areas I used to stop at. I pulled up the fuel app. I already know. I stopped at Iowa 80. I got enough from Iowa 80 to get me to Grand Island, because that is on this whole run, Grand Island has the cheapest fuel. So pulled in there, and that's where I'm headed now. I am actually 155 miles from there. Everything's timing right. I got 283 miles from out of fuel, so it's perfect. Even I put a little bit of extra because there is a little bit, I am going through a little bit of high wind, but I do have a pretty good camper on. 25 mile an hour gusts, around 24. It's been bouncing back and forth. So my truck usually on a load like this would average between 11.5 to 12. I'm getting 10.2. But I still put just a little bit more fuel in here because of planning the trip. I'm like, okay, I looked at the Windy Gust app. I knew that. I knew the wind was going to be up a little bit. Nothing I had to stop, pull over for, but I knew it was going to use more fuel. So plan your trip, and you never know. You know, if you know you got 5 hours left to drive, plan your trip on where you're going to stop at sleep. Give yourself some backups just in case you can't get there. You might run into weather, traffic, or anything that would keep you from getting there. So there is on planning your trip. Fuel tanks on the trucks. I ordered a 2022 Dodge Ram, and it'll be here in like 4 months. I ordered pretty much the same thing I got now, but a Bighorn, and I made some adjustments on it, which I'm not going to give everything out that I done the truck, because I want to do a video on it when it comes out. But that truck's going to stay at home for a while. I'm not bringing it out yet. I'm going to let my wife, my sandwich maker, she's going to be driving around in it. So made some modifications on it, because I still like my old red truck. But when I get some more miles counting down on this one, then I'm gonna take it in for her to drive. But I didn't think about stuff when I actually ordered. I wish I could go back and redo it. I would change a few things. Number one, order it just like this. Everybody said, if I had to do it all over again, what would I do? I said, I'd probably go the same way, and I did. But I wasn't thinking. Now, I'm not saying nothing bad about nobody's truck, but I don't like personally how the long bed looks. But it probably would have saved me money if I went with a long bed, because I got a subscriber and he just ordered a new truck. He ordered a Chevy and he got the long bed. Well, when he called Dooley Depot, he can get a 109-gallon fuel tank to go in that. Made me jealous. I got a 70, I think it's a 72, 74, something like that. Whatever the biggest I could put in this truck. And I wasn't thinking about that. I ordered the other truck with the biggest fuel tank you can go up underneath it, which really don't matter, because you can get them aftermarket, good companies. That I'm going to be doing one this summer on putting a new fuel tank in this truck underneath it, because this one don't come with a 28-gallon. The more fuel you can hold, especially when you're running out different places, when you find those cheap places that you can buy fuel at, you can put enough fuel in there that you can get out and back to the cheap fuel stop. You just saved a lot of money. I mean, it will pay for itself in no time. And I also didn't think about, when I ordered my truck, I wasn't even thinking about the mega cab. I'm like, and I would like to have the mega cab, get more room back there. I put a bigger bed back there, put some more speakers, whatever, more food, clothes. But it's some of the stuff that if you're starting, the fuel tank is very important. Get the most fuel tank that you can get. That's on fuel tanks. Apps. If you're getting started, or if you've been doing this for a while and you do not have a weather app with alerts on it, and a windy app, you need those two apps. You need a weather, like I got an Apple phone, so I have WeatherBug downloaded on it, and I've got in my notifications all the key points, the areas that I run. Like, I want to know Wyoming up here, Laramie. I know they got areas there where they can dump some snow and high wind. I got that notification tuned in. Donner Pass, got that. I mean, all Amarillo, where I live, Elkhart, you know, something's going on. I want to know about it if I'm in the middle of planning a trip, or I can keep an eye on. The weather bug is something good to have. That way you'll know how far you're going to run before you hit into some bad weather, high winds that could cause you to turn over. So that is that on that. snow chains. Alright, on the trip I'm on right now, which you will catch it in, like I said, in a week or so, we're going up here. But if we were going into California and on Donner Path, you had to have snow chains. If you're starting out, one of my buddies is in front of me a little ways, and he had to go before we started this trip to buy snow chains. Sorry about the sun, y'all. I was hoping to give y'all a good view, but when I hit the record button, it wants to show out. But so it's important. Now they have snow chains, and which I'm gonna put a description. I mean, down in the description, I'm gonna put some links. Y'all go check them out. But like snow chains, I went to Ace Hardware in Middlebury and got mine. They have what they call like a sock that you can put on there if you're not planning on using it a lot and getting off road, because they're probably not going to do you a whole lot of bit of good in the mud. Then you could go with something like that, because they're real easy to fold up, throw underneath your seat, throw in your glove box or whatever, wherever it fits. But I went with the chains because that way, you know, you can use them in the mud and everything else. Because in my opinion, if I had to have snow chains, I'm not going to drive. If I had to put snow chains on, it's too bad for me being on the road. I do not want to risk the money I spent invested in this truck, what I had to pay for it, to sit there, go in a ditch, wreck it, and do a lot of damage to it. Everybody's like, okay, you got insurance, but okay, does the insurance going to pay whenever that truck's in a shop for 2 or 3 months? Right now, could be even longer because of parts. You know, everybody's always having trouble getting parts right now. So they can fix that truck, then you're out of work. Unless you got a lot of money saved up, you got to still pay your bills and feed your family. Just throwing that out there. And some areas will write you a big ticket if certain times of the month you do not have them. Alright, the shovel. I'm gonna throw this one in here. Y'all can go check out the shovel video that I've done if you want to. But I was in a situation on this trip, like I said, you'll see it when it comes out, that I really needed that, and I did not use it. And you'll find out why I did not use it when that video comes out. It's been kind of an exciting. This right here was an exciting trip starting off. It really was. But that one's got an ice pick on it. And if you don't like that one, in the winter time, I'm not saying you have to carry one all the time, but you know, unless you're gonna go to Florida and get off in the sand, you might need that shovel. But get some kind of shovel and boots whenever you go to these yards. Something to break ice up with too. In the winter times, you're gonna need something. All right, cleats. That goes along for the shovel and the cleats is like wintertime thing. I'm trying to straighten y'all up here, but it's something that you need. I about busted my butt. I mean, I about landed straight on my back at least 2 or 3 times trying to hook up to this one. It was a icy mess. But Steve Farmer ordered some, and when we get next time we stop up here, because man's been talking about it, and I'm fixing to order me some. I'm going to order them. I've said I've been going to order them, and I haven't done it yet, but I about hurt myself not having them, and they don't cost that much. And my sandwich maker actually told me, whenever I told her what happened and everything, she said, you need to get them, because if you fell on your back, hurt your back, and you're out of work for a week or two, then what are you going to do? Well, that's absolutely right. I'm just throwing it out there for people who haven't been to these yards yet and don't know what's going on. My battery jump box, and I not want to say a whole lot about that, because the next two videos, it has been a big help. Not to me, but to y'all, some of y'all subscribers out there, and some of them that might not have subscribed. It's helped out quite a few people. You'll see in the next two videos. I am really excited about that thing. I was scared when I first bought it, but when I done the video of that thing starting my truck up without batteries, I was sold on it then. It's done me a really good job, and I think it's something that in the wintertime may come in handy a lot. So far, I've been in situations where I've needed it, and I've helped out quite a few people so far with it. So I would check into that right there. Road condition, Joe. I know everybody has got bills to pay. They got to make the house payment. They got to make the food, the mortgage. I mean, they got to pay whatever. But if the ice is all on the road, and you don't risk a truck, don't risk hurting the truck, don't risk hurting you or anybody else. Make sure the road's safe enough you get out on travel, because like I said earlier, you put that fancy truck in a ditch and you're out of work, who's going to pay the bills? So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. That's just common sense stuff, but I am throwing it out there because the newcomers get out here and want to, and then there are super truckers. So I don't even know if y'all can even see me now with that sun. But there's super truckers out there, and back whenever I drove 18-wheelers, there's a lot of them. Just be aware, be safe. That's all I'm saying. Airbags. I know I made a video on the Firestone airbags. Well, I just want to say this, because some people don't think they need them. Well, they got Timberlands that you can get upon your truck. They're actually cheaper than airbags. So I'm throwing this information out here. If you can weigh which one you want, it may save you money. So them right there are $200-300. You can get them, put them on your truck, and it don't matter if you got a 3/4 ton or a 1 ton. It don't matter if you got a 1 ton. You still need something, because you got a big heavy camper on, unless you're not gonna haul this little one, and you hit a pothole, you go across these bridges, that frame is still smacking down. It's still hard on your truck. It's still hard on you. And you want an easy ride, make it better on you. So, and you want to make it better on the truck. You want that truck to last as long as you possibly can, to make as much money out of it as you possibly can. Now, on the airbags, if you go that route, I do not know about the other kinds, but Firestone. I figured this out, that you can get a kit and put on your truck, but if your bag goes bad, don't let the dealer, wherever you get them at, put it on, or wherever you bought it at, do not let them try to sell you another kit. Firestone bags are lifetime. I just figured that out because I was fixing to have to replace 2 of mine. I done replace one, done a video on it, and I found out my other one was going bad. It had a little bad spot in it. Called Firestone, sent them another picture, and today is February the 26th. It is Saturday. That bag will be at my house Monday. I'm really happy about that. It saved me $500, or a little bit more than $500. So I'm happy with their product. Even though it messed up, I've had them on probably a little over a year. It messed up, but They were Johnny on the spot and replaced it. No problems at all. Called them up. They got a website too. And go check the airbag video out. It's got their phone number and website in it. All you got to do is send them a picture, send them an email, or call them, and they'll send you a new bag. And the brackets are when you buy them, they come with a two-year warranty. All right, so I'm gonna get off of that, and we're gonna go maintenance funds and taxes and stuff. All right, I'm gonna throw some advice out. I don't go by it, but I should, and I'm gonna start. My wife's actually gonna make me start, and it's a really good idea. All right, it's good to probably figure out what you need to run in your house to pay the bills, what you need to live on, take all your insurance and stuff like that out, and then get a maintenance fund, especially when you're getting started. Your truck's in good shape, you ain't having no problems. Shoot, build up the money. I had another subscriber on here that we emailed back quite a bit, and he was asking about insurance on his truck. And that he could put 2 years unlimited warranty from bumper to bumper on that truck, unlimited miles, for $9,000. Lee, $9,000 is a lot of money. It's kind of like this. If you can save up $9,000 in 2 years, that you can replace pretty much anything expensive on that truck that goes out except the motor. So if you can save up $9,000 in 2 years on a maintenance fund, why pay them? Why give somebody else that money? Because if your truck don't break, you're keeping on adding that maintenance fund. I can't say, well, you need to put $1,000 or $500 every week. But if you can put $500 every week into a maintenance fund, that's a really good job. I mean, I'm not doing that right now. I've done it, just stuff like that. I'm going to start doing that myself. So I got to take my own advice and do that before it sneaks up and bites me in the butt. Then I'm standing holding an open bag. So having a maintenance fund is, now the tax thing, I get a lot of questions about the tax thing. The tax thing, I'm just going to say it like this. I don't set back money for taxes. I've been an owner-operator for a long time. I've never had to pay in taxes. I have a very good accountant that takes care of it, lets me know what I'm supposed to do, and I do it the way I'm supposed to do it. The first thing you want to do when you're starting, or when it gets close to tax time, is find yourself a really good tax. Do not go to H&R Block, something like that. Do not. You need to find someone that does trucking companies. Those are the ones that probably would help you out the most. They're the ones that are familiar with the rules, the kickbacks, and all the good stuff like that. So that is, I know that sun is probably killing y'all, but like it is me. There is a couple more things I'm just gonna mention, but when I get started, like I said, if y'all want me to do another video and put some more stuff out, and if you got questions or something you think it would make a good video, put them down and below. I would appreciate that, and we'll try to help everybody out together, work as a team. Now, when I first got started, I had 20% tint on my doors, and I had a tint strip across the front windshield, and it had "Raise Hell, Eat Cornbread" across the front glass in red. And I was fine. I drove it everywhere, never had a problem with it until there was nice weather. Utah was out, and they wrote me a warning and a ticket. He let me slide on the tint. But I asked him, I said, okay, what about 35% tint? You know, that's legal where I live, but not on commercial. It's different once you put that commercial tag on. I could go with 70. Well, crap, that's about what it, I mean, what is 70 gonna do? It's nothing. But a little warning for you just now starting or whatever. The side, now the two back ones in the back and the back glass, you can dark them out, whatever. But the front two sides, it's just best not to put nothing on them. But they got a new tint out that's supposed to be like invisible, that's working. I think there's a guy in Elkhart I am wanting to go talk to. He's got a shop over that does that tint. I haven't had a chance to go over there and talk to him, but I am very interested in it, especially before the summer gets here, because that daggum sun coming in, it will cook your arms. Especially when I had my hat off, it cooked my bald head. Man. But the window tint, and with a commercial tag on, you can't have nothing on the front glass. As far as you might could do the window strip. I had the factory window strip in this one. I just replaced the windshield. You can't have no words. You can put the words on the side. You can put the words on the back, but you can't have words on the front. They actually, I had to actually go home and rip it all off once Indiana got the paperwork on that, and they would not let me get dispatched until I sent pictures and got them okayed through them. So it did cost me a few days, which kind of sucked. I mean, that really wasn't hurting nothing, and my wife, you know, got me that for Christmas a couple years ago, so I had to take it off, and I hated that. So on the window tint and the letterings across, you know, just be careful with that. I think radar detectors. Let me go ahead and throw that out there for some of y'all that are coming. Like when I first started, I have a really good radar detector. Now I've got it in my wife's Jeep, because when that commercial tag comes on some of these states, can't do that. You'll get a big ticket. So if you're not thinking about it and you got your radar detector in the window and you get busted with it, that is a big ticket. Well, that is all. I'm in Nebraska now. We got 133 miles. We're gonna go up here and get some fuel. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button for me and put down the comments. Let me know, you know, if y'all liked it, or if you want me to talk about other stuff. If there's more stuff you want me to go into to help the newcomers, or help the new people that, or people that just might not know. And if y'all got any tips and everything down there for me, put them down below. If you've used any of the products, let me know. Let me know how you like it and all that. So I'm gonna wind this video up, and y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, and as always, I'll see y'all on the next one.